from sportschatplace.com and pickdogs.com, and it is Tuesday, July 28th, 2020, here with your live computer pick show brought to you by PickDogs, Sports Chat Place, and our friends at Spread Knowledge Software. Of course, you can get Spread Knowledge Software. All you have to do is click on the link in the description. And, of course, by clicking on the link in the description, you get 10% off when you use that discount code Mitch. So be sure to use the discount code Mitch. Spread Knowledge Software uses 4,000 data points. It takes those data points and it compiles a rating based on probability and value. Well, what is probability and value? Probability, of course, is the probability that it's going to happen. Like how probable is this going to happen? So it takes that probability and it takes that and it combines it. What's the value of this play? Like I always talk about, minus 400 in baseball, right? The Dodgers lost at minus 400. So there's not a lot of value in minus 400. There just isn't that type of stuff. But Spread Knowledge will take a play that's minus 400 and say there's not a lot of value there. So you have to take that into account, and Spread Knowledge will take that into account when it's doing its rating system. So it'll say, yeah, there's a probability that's going to happen, but the risk that you have to make to gain the reward, it isn't really there, as good as it is for some of these other ones. So what Spread Knowledge does is it identifies opportunity where there's maximum value. That means less of a risk, higher a reward. So that's the whole idea. Spread Knowledge isn't just about picking winning games. It's about showing you which games are worth making the bet. We talk about it all the time on all of our shows, about value. And we talk about we talk about different things like that. We talk about, how it's very, very hard to make money betting big favorites all the time. It just really is. But what Spread Knowledge does is it tells you these are the big favorites that are actually worth betting on, which it's rare that they say that there's a big favorite that's worth betting on. But more likely more often what they do is they find a dog, some underdogs, and they'll put you on an underdog that you might not have been looking at. And the underdog might not have the highest probability to win, but the value makes it worth the play. And that's really how you make money in betting sports, is you identify value and you find those plays. Now, Spread Knowledge is put together on these shows. That's all the show has been, is a proof of concept for Spread Knowledge. And the way the show has always worked in the past is that if the play is in order to be on the show, it has to be B+ rated by Spread Knowledge or better, meaning it has to be B+, A, or A+. Okay, right now, because we only want to do baseball, I don't want to do soccer picks for Spread Knowledge because it's not something that I bet. So right now, the software, the more data the app has to work with, the more data that Spread Knowledge has to work with, the better the information it has, and the better the picks are going to be. The stronger it's going to feel about picks. But the thing is that right now, with just a limited number of games that have been played, it doesn't have a ton of knowledge to work with. So there's not that many high-rated picks. And, so that's part of the problem. So during this portion of the season, we're including B-rated picks into this show, something that we've never done before. The B+ is really the bettable games. B+ and better, those are the ones that Spread Knowledge is saying, go out and bet these games. It's really saying with the B ones, it's kind of like, it might be worth a chance, it might not be worth a chance, but it's like the B+, A, and A+, and here's our record right here. When we use that strategy, just picking random games, not betting all the ones that they say A+, certainly not even close. A+, B+. We just pick 2 a day randomly, and normally there's a bunch, and especially like NBA will be starting, so there'll be even more of those in there too. But you can see in the description, if you go to Spread Knowledge, there's a link to get there. So I just want to explain how it works before we get to the picks. But let's get to today's picks. Yesterday we were 1-1, and like I said, we're using B-rated picks, so it's not even the criteria that we set for this thing. But yesterday we were 1-1. We had the under in the Angels A's game, and it was 3-0, so it was clearly under. And then it had the Mariners plus 1.5. They were in it for a while, but did not hold up against the Astros. But let's look at today. Once again, it's going to be B-rated picks. So the first pick for today, it likes the under in the Cardinals-Twins game. The total is set at 10.5. And me, like when I look at a game like this, I don't have a pick in the total in this game, but I would think over, Cardinals, Twins, at Minnesota, at Target Field, all that stuff. And once again, it's just a B-rated pick. It's not the B+. It doesn't even fit the criteria that we established on the show. So so many people wanted me to do the Spread Knowledge show that I just go ahead and do it, even though I don't really have the data to do it. We're going to, enjoy every moment of sports picking, because we realize just how important it is in our lives and how much we enjoy it over the last several months when we missed it, and how much I enjoy doing these Spread Knowledge shows and doing these picks. So that's why we're doing it. But our first pick is the under in the Twins-Cardinal game. The second pick for today's show, we're going to go to the game between the Angels and the Mariners, and once again, Spread Knowledge likes the under here. This is once again just a B-rated pick. It doesn't even fit the criteria of the bulk of the picks that we fit there, but we're going to do it anyway because, like I said, we have a limited field of data to work with, and we're not going to give out Spread Knowledge's top picks for the day. They only have a handful right now for baseball, and that's because, like I said earlier in the show, they just have a limited amount of data to work with. So that's what we have going on. Of course, I'm here every day explaining how Spread Knowledge works and how you guys can get Spread Knowledge, and that's, you click on the link in the description, whether you're watching on Facebook, whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're watching on whatever you're watching on. If you go to the description field, you can click on the link, and it will take you right to Spread Knowledge, and it'll even fill in that coupon for you. You'll get 10% off for life, not just on one purchase. They also offer a 3-day trial for $4.99 if you just want to dip your toe in the water and see if it's something that you're interested in. I also put a link over in the comments as well over on YouTube, so you can check it out there. But anyways, I'm going to be back in about 10 minutes with the guys, and we're going to do our regular show that we do every single day. I know there's already been 2 games that are postponed for today. The Yankees Phillies game isn't being played once again, which sucks, right? And then the other game is the Marlins-Orioles, which we knew wasn't going to be played. And that game is going to, they're supposedly going to resume that series on Wednesday in Baltimore. ESPN really being drama queens about that, and we'll be talking about that in just a little bit on our live show. But, the thing is that, the Marlins went out and signed a bunch of guys, and they filled in the spots, and it's just a temporary situation. So it's not like their players are, on their deathbeds or hospitalized or anything like that. They just tested positive, just like a lot of people have that, never showed any symptoms at all. But anyways, this is Mitch. We're not here to talk about symptoms. We're here to talk about Spread Knowledge. Be sure to get those picks. To recap today's show, we took the under in the Angels-Mariners game and the under in the Twins-Cardinals game. Those are Spread Knowledge's picks. Both of them were Bs. So this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you in a couple minutes with the guys for our regular morning show.